Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Hello, early learners. It's me, Mrs. Read-Wright. I wanted to welcome you back to the art room on this final Friday. Remember, the art room is a place where we look at art, and we talk about art, and we create art, and we also meet famous artists. We've been talking about Henri Matisse. We remember when we met him, and he was a painter, and we watched as he painted apples from a bird's eye view. We've seen other paintings of his that are very interesting. We know that he got sick when he was 20, saw someone else in a hospital bed painting landscapes, and he asked his mother for the paint, and she brought it to the hotel room, and it kept him company, and he decided he didn't want to be a lawyer anymore or work in the law office, so he decided he would be an artist, and he moved on to Paris, where he learned at an art studio, one that he didn't really like very much. So then he went to another art studio and met his friends, who he began a movement. And the movement was, everyone was painting things in a soft and beautiful way. He and his friends decided to start painting them with bright colors. He painted his wife with, she had an orange neck and a yellow face, and you could still see it looked like his wife, but the colors were very different. And when they put it up in an art museum, he and two of his other friends, the people who came there were surprised, and they said, "These paintings look as if they've been painted by wild beasts." And in French, that is fauve. The fauves. He was one of the fauves, and he liked that they thought he was a wild beast. And they continued painting that way. And they had their art shows, and people bought their paintings and thought their work was interesting. Now remember, when he got much later, in the 70s, when he was in his 70s, he got cancer and was sick for a long time and had to stay in bed. And he would sometimes, when he'd had enough energy, he would draw with a long stick. And he even drew the faces of his grandchildren on the ceiling of his house so that he had them to wake up to. He'd wake and see their beautiful faces, and it made him happy. Sometimes people think that Matisse was not happy, but he was a man who took what happened to him and learned to be happy. He said, "I am going to do my art even if I can't get out of bed." And remember, he got a little healthier, and he could sit in a wheelchair, and his assistant took him to the beach and saw people swimming, and that's what we're working on today. His artwork that's called The Swimming Pool. Even though he saw it at the beach, he decided he would make it look like a swimming pool. And his assistant strung white paper all along his hotel in Nice. And he started cutting out shapes, and he started gluing them to that white paper, which is what we will do today. It took me a short time to cut my paper because I did it very quickly so that you could see how it was done. And I wanted to show you how we're going to put it together. Did I do my hello to my people? I don't think I did. Let's do that before I start gluing so I can put this away. So let's say 1, 2, say hi to you. 1, 2, say hi to you, Ariel, and Kira, and Monica, and Howie. Let me put these away. I'll take these papers off and build a whole new set of rainbow words so I can call them out next week. And if you and your teacher are watching and you want to tell us about it, you can write to the studio and say, "We're watching the show and doing the artwork together," and you can send it to the address here and join us as we call out your names. Alrighty, I'm going to sing the song first. Do you want to draw with scissors? And I like to use these, even though you're not really supposed to play with scissors. I'm making the sound kind of to the rhythm, and I'm not pointing them at anybody. I'm just doing this. If I had children here, I might not do this, but since everyone's safe in their homes and I have my scissors, I'm going to sing it. Do you want to draw with scissors, with scissors, with scissors? Do you want to draw with scissors like Henri Matisse? You cut shapes, arrange them, and then rearrange them. Do you want to draw with scissors like Henri Matisse? Now I know scissors are a sharp tool, so I'm going to put them aside so my younger brothers and sisters won't get them. Now, let's take a look at the print of the swimming pool, and then I will pick up all my pieces that I set out on my suitcase so I can show you. But I'm going to stand up and look at the art print, and then we're going to look at Matt Man and how I made him swimming, and then we'll get my art pieces ready. Join me over here. So here is the art print, the swimming pool, well, part of it. And here is the front swimmer who's practically doing a back bend into the water, and the water's kicking around here. And then I created my swimmer to look like this one. Head, curved arm, other curved arm, body, kicking legs. Oh, I made his feet go in. It's got to go out a little bit. Bend his leg a little. So I'm going to set him here, get my art pieces, because he really needs to go sideways, but I don't think he'll stay on the easel that way, so I have to stand him up. Can we look at my suitcase? I wonder if I brought it closer to where I'm working, it will be easier to see. Let me drag it. There. Now, my swimmer, I'm starting with his head. So I set out all of my pieces on the suitcase so I can take one piece at a time. Notice I set his head, his neck, that triangle piece that is his upper body, and the wide part of his shoulders is at the top. The narrow part of his waist is at the bottom of the triangle. And then there's that little waist part. The two legs, I might have to trim the legs. I noticed when I was setting it up, they're a little chunky. Maybe they got really strong from kicking in the water. Kick, kick, kick. But I'm starting now with his head. Now, I've talked to you about how I make my glue stick. I have to get around the edges so that my glue will stick everything to my paper. Here we go. Come on, lid. Get off of here. All right. Rolled up just a tiny bit. I'm going to glue around, glue around, glue around, glue around. Now I look at this one and I think the head is up like this. So I will put the head here and smooth it on. Hey, pretty good. Next comes the neck. So I'm going to get the neck piece and put glue on all four sides and put it here. Okay. I think I'm going to put the body on without gluing first so I can arrange it, and maybe I'll need to rearrange it. Yeah, that will be good. So I'll try and make it a little bit down from the top so one arm can go there, and a little bit up from the bottom. Okay, remember, where am I going? You're right, around the edge. And I might even put a little bit down the middle in case it tries to pop up. Have you ever done that? Made artwork and you think it looks just fine, and then by the time you get it home, pieces have popped off of it? That's not very helpful. Thank you, glue stick. Okay, on there. Now I need to put his middle. I might take his middle and his two thighs. So here we go. I'm doing around that shape that looked kind of like a donut for his waist. And his leg. And I have on his leg a thicker part at the top, because on your leg, when you look at it, you notice that your leg is thicker at the top. And since he's going to be kicking, I'm going to put his leg up that way. If it goes off the paper, it doesn't really matter, because you can tell when we look back at the swimming pool at another time that his pieces are kind of flying off the paper itself. I'm going to go get his feet and his calves. And I have to look again about how his legs are. Oh, one's kind of bent up and out. Glue stick around, glue stick around, gluing around and gluing around. I'll put that where the knee is. Kick, kick, kick. Glue stick around, glue stick around. Kick, kick, kick. Now his feet have to go on there too to do the kicking. I'll put that one there, kick it. Ooh, stay there, you. Maybe it's trying to rearrange it. Maybe I didn't look very carefully. Maybe it's trying to tell me. Better check it out, Mrs. Read-Wright. Oh no, I just have to put the arms. Upper arm, forearm, and their hands. All righty, upper arm, lower arm, or forearm. Here we go. I'll have this arm, is it swimming up? Yep, and this arm is swimming back. Do the lower part. Swim it on, old blue paper man. I'm going to keep this artwork and I am going to, oh, I really like it. I'm going to add more swimmers to it when I have a little more time because I really like the way it looks. I might even put it in my bedroom so I can wake up and pretend I'm at the sea. Okay, swimmer and swimmer. Huh. I'm so happy with it. All right, let's get myself over here. Oh, always remember, Miss Read-Wright, put your lid on your glue stick, not with the hay. I might measure up with this guy. Did he swim just like this? Hey, I did it. I made it look like my wooden mannequin. Oh, so proud of myself. All righty, let me take my seat. Boys and girls, what a great week we had learning about Henri Matisse. You know, we're coming up to the weekend, and over the weekend, if you put your swimmer together and you want me to see a picture of it, would you ask someone to take a photograph and send it to me? You can send it to the address right here, and I will get it and look at it, and I could maybe even say something to you about it, because I'm always happy to see people's art. Let's say goodbye to all our friends. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all my friends. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all my friends. Oh, it's time to say goodbye. Give a smile and wink your eye. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all my friends. I wanted you to know, next week I'm going to be using magazines. If you have magazines that has photographs of fruits and vegetables, save them. We'll use them. All right, I'll see you on Monday. Happy, happy weekend.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun.